All right, Rita, now tell me, how are we going to use these artichokes?
How to cook them? Well, yes, you trim them all, the artichokes, and you soak them in.
You take about a third off the choke, would that be all right?
Just remove all the outer harder leaves, and then trim the top.
Yes.
Trim all the coarser part of the artichoke, and then soak them in lemon juice and water.
Acidulated
water for about half an hour.
Stops the discoloration.
And then you, in a pot, you add oil and garlic and mentuccia, which is a Roman mint that we use.
Now, we talked about this because mentuccia, of course, is from the family of mint, but mentuccia is a little bit smaller, a bit more delicate, isn't it? It's something that's very prolific in Rome.
It's very different to the normal mint that we use. The flavour it's different. Yeah, it's you can
more
pick up on. It's really hard to explain. It's an intense flavour once used.
And
with green beans or with artichokes is what we do with.
Yes.
It's really particular. And
they tell me that in Rome, when you actually go and buy bunches of artichokes, they actually give you mentuccia a gratis for nothing because it's something that's used. Yeah, there you go.
Lovely.
Alrighty. So, Rita, what's the first thing you're going to do with the artichokes?
First, I'm going to use the artichoke as like a side dish. And then secondly, you can use that same artichoke sauce dish into a sauce for the pasta. Bit of oil, pour that in, and everything goes in cold. So the garlic goes in, the artichokes, just drain them from the water, put them in of the pot without no lemon, pepper, plenty of pepper, and salt. Takes a bit of salt, so don't be shy with the salt. The Roman mint, otherwise known as mentuccia, which we use a lot of in Rome and in Lazio with artichokes. And then a little bit of parsley, not much, just broken in, and a little bit of water, just a little splash of water. So basically now we just stir it all up, and now we're just going to cook that up on the stove, and then we'll let that cook for about 20 minutes to half an hour, just on a medium heat, and keeping your eye on it so that the water doesn't evaporate and burn down, and hopefully the artichokes will be nice and tender and cooked. So now that the artichokes are cooked and we've tossed them in the cavatelli, which are perfect for that particular pasta because they have the little line through them and the sauce sort of grips onto to the pasta. You could do other things with those artichokes as well, like you could almost serve them raw, sliced, and dressed with oil and vinegar. Or you could make a little gratin of artichoke with potato and breadcrumbs and layer upon layer with parsley and basil and oven baked. That's a lovely way of doing artichokes, but the cavatelli probably the nicest way to serve those artichokes because they're just a lovely thing to make. But if you don't have time to make the cavatelli, as I showed you, well then you could definitely buy them from a supermarket. They sell them fresh, really, or like a dried product. So and it has, just be sure to buy the ones with like a little riga or rigate, with the grooves of or the pasta indentation. And look, if you don't want to use the cavatelli as the pasta for the artichoke sauce, well then you could find all sorts of different types of pastas at the supermarket. Like one that I particularly like is the fusilli, which is the spiral pasta shape, or you could use a spaghetti, or you could use even a linguine. It's just something that holds the oily artichokes onto the pasta, and basically once you've mixed the pasta and artichoke together, well, that's that. And then maybe finish it off with just a little bit of Parmesan cheese and extra virgin olive oil. And, you know, that would be a fantastic meal, not just for vegetarians as well, if you're not into the meat and sausage sauce. You know, the artichoke sauce is a beautiful option for vegetarians or vegans.
Rita, that was fantastic. Now, for the next recipe, you're going to be doing cioè un sugo più pesante, a heavier sauce, yes?
Yes.
What are you going to be using?
I'm making the sugo, tomato-based sauce with sausages. And you can buy any sausage you want, whichever one you prefer. I bought a pork and fennel sausage.
Are these raw sausages or are they
Raw
par-cured?
sausages,
Raw.
okay. And you take the skin off, like you slit the sausage and peel the skin off. And I mixed it with some mincemeat. And I cooked it with a bit of oil and garlic and onion, bay leaf, cooked it out for a couple of hours. And that sauce is perfect for the cavatelli because it's thick,
You added tomato too, huh?
And tomato. Did I not mention the tomato?
Yeah,
and
yummy.
Tomato.
Yeah, because you can do it with or without, but you want to do it rosso, no?
Correct. So one with in bianco, one in sugo with meat. You can do whatever you want, really.
Wow, beautiful. We don't need fast food, do we?
No.
This is fast food enough. All right, fantastic.
Now I'm going to make the meat sugo for the cavatelli. Chopped onion goes into the warm oil. Don't get it so hot, just get it warm. And then whole garlic cloves that the core have been removed, and some fresh bay leaf, and sweat that off. Sausage and minced meat. Once the meat has sweated off with a little bit of colour, the pork sausage and the beef mince, then you add the tomato.